passionate about fishing for multiple reasons. Mainly, it's just the escape of everything that's going on in the world. It's that battle between nature and human, and finding out where those fish are located and casting to them and finding out they don't want that, and having to figure out what it is that they do want, and challenging myself to be one with them and to bring them in. And it takes me away to a childhood dream, to a fantasy, to a time when I was with my dad and nothing else seemed to matter. It was just me and him and throwing into the water, or being at my Grandma Grace's and spending just countless hours out on the lake, just sitting on the dock by myself as a little kid. And her coming out with lunch and then coming back to get me for dinner. And I mean, there's nothing that's like being out fishing. Maybe the birth of my kids, maybe my wedding. But if there's something that I'm asked, what do I want to do? My first answer is I'm going out on the water, I'm going fishing. Like, who's with me? There's nothing that beats it. If you watch Fishman TV, there is no telling what you're gonna get because it's such an unexpected channel. Basically, I'm filming anything that goes on in a trip. You may see the bloopers of things that happen, and you may see the spools of line winding up together. You may see me tripping and falling and splashing in the water, or you just might see just classic fishing. You never know because it's so unexpected when you're out and about. I've got a video already where somebody came out of the woodworks that I didn't even know was there and had to take the camera for me because I could not keep control of it while I had a fish on as I was trying to pack up and go. That's just what happens. It's totally unexpected. You never know what happens on a fishing trip, so I like to just share it with you all. It's multiple YouTube channels of guys that are putting out videos of their fishing, putting out videos of their diving, putting out videos of their climbing, and there's lots of drone guys that are doing aerial footage, and just a big community of guys and ladies all coming together that basically have the same common goal. We want to create, we want to entertain, and we want to connect with people that enjoy doing the same things that we do. If we can teach somebody something, if we can learn something from somebody that ends up, posting back on one of our videos, or if we can just connect with anybody, that's all we want to do. There's no age limit in fishing. There's no age limit in having fun. It doesn't matter if you're just starting to walk or if you're in a rocker getting ready to kick it. I mean, there's no stopping what you can do with a fishing pole in your hand. I do enjoy ice fishing. Ice fishing is an acquired passion. It's cold and it's slow and the sun's not up yet and the wind's blowing and you're like, what am I doing? And then you hook that first fish on a rod that's no longer than 2.5 feet long. And it's just stripping line. And there's nothing that you can do about it. And it ends up only being like an 8-inch perch. It doesn't matter. The thrill of getting into those fish, when you do find a school of fish, you catch 50, 60, 70 of them in a day. You catch way more fish during ice fishing season than you do during open water. And it's just insane how awesome it is. Fishman TV, Fishman Teeters, the fish fam community, we are all very knowledgeable about fishing multi-species of fish. If you want to fish for walleye, we can take you out, we can show you around, we can give you tips and pointers on how to catch the walleye, where they're going to be hanging out different types of the year. If you want to go and fish for northern pike, we can get you the best setups and the best times of days and best times of years to be getting out. Montana's known for their trout fishing and their blue ribbon trout streams. People come from all across the world because there's not many fish in that type of water that you can catch on a regular, consistent basis that are going to be that beautiful, that fight the way that they do, and can give your anglers such a thrill and such an opportunity of being in the fantastic scenery that the trout waters hold. Honestly, my opinion about the trout fishing and why so many people come for it may not necessarily be for the trout themselves. As gorgeous of a fish as they are, as fun as they are to catch, you cannot take away from the scenery that we have around here. And when you're floating on a river and being taken out and seeing all the mountains around you, all the trees, the eagles flying by, everything that goes with an experience on a fly fishing trip for the trout, there is a law in the state of Montana that allows anybody and everybody who is a legal holder of a Montana fishing license that you can access at any open point on the water. Any bridge on the rivers that is navigable stream is the key term. It has to be navigable stream, meaning that you can float something down it. Basically, what that law states is anywhere between the high water mark, which is the flood lines, basically what the highest point of the water and the river would be before it goes over the banks and floods, you are allowed access, public access through those areas of water. No private landowner can be like, hey, you're trespassing on my property if you're in between those high water marks. It doesn't mean that you can go down on the high water marks and throw your trash wherever and act like a jackass and not respect the land, the landowners that are around the waters. Doesn't mean that you can go and be a jackass to the watersheds. It is a great opportunity for anybody and everybody to get out and enjoy what we have to offer here in this great state. We enjoy being outdoors. We enjoy the activities of being outdoors. We enjoy what outdoors brings to us, the adventures that are brought into us by being out and exploring these areas, by being in the mountains, by being in the woods, by being on the river, by being on a lake. There's so many different opportunities that we are afforded. I mean, we have 8 million acres of national forest land in the state of Montana. I mean, that's incredible. 8 million acres of public land to just get yourself lost in. I mean, literally lost in places that maybe 5,000 people in the whole world have ever stepped foot on. We still have places like that around here in our state that you can escape everyday everything. I do the freshwater lakes and rivers here in Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, and occasionally Washington and Idaho. I'm one of the most spoiled people in the whole frickin' world. I am. And I take it for granted almost daily that I live in such a spectacular place. Yeah, I get frustrated with the city and the towns and everything, but 10-minute drive and I'm away from it. How many people can say that? I mean, seriously, how many people can say 10-minute drive and I'm on a river, or a 10-minute drive and I'm in the mountains, or 10-minute drive, there's not another person to see? I mean, I'm spoiled.